This guy is the best, the strongest, greatest, wonderful. I love him.
Hello all and welcome back to an episode of Flip or Bust. Have we got an episode for you guys today? So what have I been doing in the last couple of weeks? Been accumulating, got CPUs, motherboards, RAM, memory, RAM is memory, okay. But yeah, we've got enough to potentially build anywhere between 7 to 9 systems. So got to start building them, got to start flipping them because the bank is running pretty low. But obviously with the prices of, CPUs and hard drives, SSDs or NVMEs these days, as soon as I see them pop up in Marketplace, I got to buy them, regardless if I've accumulated 100 or 200, whatever it may be. If you see a good price, buy it, store it, because it's going to come in handy, obviously, for a day like this when I'm putting systems together. So tune in. We're going to build a computer. I'm going to show you step by step on how the computer is built. Then we're going to install Windows. Then we're going to tweak it. Then we're going to install some games, run some games, and see how she goes and see the cooling and everything like that. But I'm going to show you all. So tune in and let's rock. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is obviously get some thermal paste. Whack on the thermal paste, and then we'll put the fan in. So the thermal paste I've opted to go with today, guys, is the BSFF thermal paste. I mean, obviously the guy that sold it to me at Cinecom has recommended this. He said it's really good. I've never used it before, but we're going to give it a go and see how she goes. Now, a lot of people got this thing in their head where when you put thermal paste on, you got to use a spatula and you got to, twist it around and whatnot and get it. No. This is the way I do it. I put a nice little blob in the middle because obviously once you put the fan on, it's gonna move around everywhere to the place it's supposed to. And then when it heats up, it'll melt and it'll go all over the CPU. Now, in order to put the fan on, I've decided to go with the stock Intel fan. I mean, it's good enough, does proper cooling, and it's not gonna be obviously for overclocking and whatnot, but it should get the job done. Now, to do the fan, all you gotta do is basically twist these little tabs here, opposite to where the arrows point in. Make sure they're all twisted. Once they're twisted, you just have to line up the screws onto the holes, okay, and they're locked in. And put in the fan cable right there. So once that's all in, we're going to go with the RAM now. So the RAM I've decided to go with is the Fury HyperX RAM. These are DDR4 at 3200. So these are pretty good memory sticks. So what we want to do is, let me get this right for the camera, is you want to use slot number 2 and 4 to make sure they're running your dual channel. Now, when you're putting it in, you got to make sure that this latch here, can you see that latch there? That latch meets the latch on the board right there. That little latch right there. So line it up. Have a look at where the latch is going to be. Put these back, clip it down in. So put one side in and the second side and just push it down. That's clipped in. You'll hear a nice little click and that's when you know it is in. And the second one will go in slot number 4. So again, go in, clip down. And that is in. Once the RAM is in, now so we're going to transfer this into the case now. Then we'll work on the power supply and the video card and everything from there. Actually, almost forgot. We've got to put in the NVMe drive. Now, the NVMe I'm going with at the moment is the 512 gigabyte. So this is a good, fast drive. It's obviously going to give the performance better than what a normal SSD would. Now, you just got to basically push it into the clip there and get a little screw and screw it on. So let me grab that screw. Now, the screw is this little small screw there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can right there. Basically hold down the NVMe drive, make sure it's in. Do you know what? I think this one already came in with a screw, so let me try and see if I can take the original screw off. I didn't see that it already had one before, so it's good. It's good when they usually come with screws. Again, in the latch there, push it in, get the screw. I think this is a little magnet. We're going to work on the case now. So once you have the case already, get the board, slide it into position. So match where the screws are going into the actual board. See where the standoffs are. Standoff is there. These standoffs are black, so you can barely tell where they are. Perfect. Once they're all in position, you want to get your screws, I got the electronic screwdriver now, which I am in love with, and put in all the screws first hand. So we'll go for the corner. You're gonna have to take off 2 of the clips here for the video card. So because the video card's got a big back plate, you just take off the second 2. 1, 2. I like this one's better than the ones that you actually snap off. The ones that you snap off, if you get the wrong ones off, then you can't put them back on. But at least with this one, just comes off. All right, let's get the video card. What are we going with? We're going to go with the MSI 2070, ladies and gentlemen. This is a nice card. It's got RGBs on it. It's got a box. That looks nice. Let's get this in. Look at that. That is a nice card. She is a work of art. Now, to put the video card in, again, I've taken off those 2 clips already. You look at that PCI Express right there. That's where you want to get it in. So line it up on the 2 little latches on the board and push down. She's in. Get the 2 original screws that you took off before. When you took off those little plates, no. See, this magnet is okay, but it's weak when it comes to the bigger screws, which really irritates me because I want everything to go in nice and easy, like that. All right, you can get away with 1 screw, but I've got 2, so we might as well. Should have just used 1, honestly. Like, why waste time? I don't like wasting time. I like these builds going smooth, like that. Perfect. Now the video card's in. We're going to do the front connections. You guys know how much I hate the front connections. We're going to put them in, make sure all the connections are connected for the front of the case. Then we're going to work our way up to the power supply. Okay, now with the front connections, they're usually always down the bottom here. Now, in order to put them in, you have a look at this one. You got the HD audio here. There you guys can see that cable, HD audio. That usually goes in the bottom left down here. Now, you got to look at the cable and you'll see where the block is covered, where the holes are. Now, you'll look on your board and you'll see that there's a missing pin there. Now, you just got to get it in. It's in perfect. The USB 3.0 is on the side here, so that'll come out. That'll go in from the other side. We have also got the, okay, that one is a SATA connection. I think that's for the RGBs. And then we've got a power switch. Now, I'm assuming that the front power connection would be, let's have a look. I think it'll be right there. And I'm going to guess it's these 2 up here. It's usually always the 2 pins at the top where there's a missing pin. They go in perfect. Excellent. All right, now let's flip the case over and do the other side. With the USB 3.0, that goes right there. So you have a look at the actual cable. It's got a little latch there. You see there's a latch over here. Now, to get that in, you basically just twist the cable because you want to make it as neat as you can. So twist the cable around and just push it in, and that is in. That's it. Make sure it's in all the way. And then we're going to do any more cables. No, there's no more cabling. So you know what? I want to take this out and put it in from here because it looks neater when it's on the side here rather than going across. You guys know me. I'm all about cable management. That one is the best spot it can be. That's the best spot it can be. All right, let's get the power supply in now. Okay, with the power supply, not a fan of this case only because it hasn't got a shroud for the power supply. Now, it's okay with the cable management because the cable's going from the side, but with the power supply, you just want to get your 4 screws that come with the power supply and just screw it in. So you got to put all 4 screws in. Usually, I've seen a lot of builds where people only put 2, one on the top and on the bottom. I mean, it holds, and it's not like you're going to be moving the power supply every day. Now, power supply's in. We're going to start working with the side of the inside of the case. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to grab the 24 pin and plug that in. So you go from the back of the board, back of the case, sorry. Make sure the cables are all in perfect position. So first one comes in from the side here. The latch is over here. The latch is over here. So how you want to do this to make it as neat as possible. It's a bit trippy. So you got to twist it and push it in. 24 pin is usually the easiest one to get in, but this one seems to not want to go in, but it's in nonetheless. Second one we want to go into is the CPU. So again, usually the cables are labeled on the side. It will tell you whether it's CPU or it's PCI Express, and you want to make sure you get the right ones in the right position. So again, from the top, slide it in, look for the latch. The latch is up here, the latch is up there. Now twist it up. All right, so the latch is now down up there. And do that. So it's like this. Plug that in. Perfect. Next one is the video card. Again, look for the cable, which is right here. Now, with the video card, to make it as neat as we can, I think we're going from the bottom. All right, and this one is just one cable, so one 6-pin cable. Line it up. Oh, for some reason, oh, it's up here. That's right. There you go. If it's like this pain in the ass cable, it splits off. Just get the first part in and then clip the second part in. Make sure it's in all the way. Perfect. All right. Now that's all in. The system's pretty much ready. What we'll do is do some cable management here. Just get a cable tie. Now this has been cable tied, so it's nice and neat. All right, just trying to push it in to make it as neat as we can. Make sure all the cables are in. So we're just going to go over it again. 24 pin is plugged in. CPU cable up here is plugged in. PCI Express into video cards plugged in. We got front connection plugged in. We got the front audio plugged in with the USB 3.0 RAM. CPU fan is plugged in. Power supply is in. So now we're going to flip it around, do some cable management, and then we're going to try and boot it for the first time. Okay, so now the case has all been closed off in the back. I've put a nice little RGB controller right there. It's time to boot it up and see if it boots up. Remember, I actually had a guess at the bottom front connection, so see if it works. Moment of truth. Is it going to boot up the first time? Yes, it turned on. Oh my God. It's on. Please post. Oh my God, wait. Recognize. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please, baby, please, baby. I don't know which one it is going to be. It's still memory training. System turned off, turned on. You can see that. Hopefully it boots in. It's still doing memory training. Memory training could take a few minutes, so see how we go. I think I saw something. Yes, sir, we are in. First attempt, baby. Let's fucking go. Now, what you want to do in BIOS is just quickly make sure you're running XMP profile. So, I've never seen MSI boards like this. Let's have a look. Overclock mode, expert. No, just leave that on normal. No, CPU, here we go, profile. It's already done it. It's already on the XMP profile that we need. Perfect. All right, let's have a look at the settings here. Advanced, Windows operating system, yeah, 5, perfect, perfect. Secure boot is okay. Enable. make sure secure boot is turned on. All right, that's all done. What's the boot like? Okay. Choose the USB where Windows is installed. Okay, let's have a look at the Board Explorer. Make sure it's plugged in. It doesn't recognize a hard drive. We plugged it in. Oh yeah, yes it does. Beautiful. Excellent 9700. We got the 512 gig NVMe. We got the NVIDIA 2017. We got the 2-bit, 2x8, 16 gigs of RAM. Perfect. All right, so let's have a look. X, save configuration, exit. Perfect. Should boot up into the Windows installer. And from there, we're going to install Windows. Then we're going to install the drivers and some games. And from there, we will advertise it and see how long this will take to sell. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because I need to get a sale pretty soon. So with your Windows installation, obviously I'm going to be selecting Australia. So scroll up to Australia. It's where we are at the moment. Australia's time zone. Go next. Install now. Windows is the easiest part of the entire build. It is basically just click on another product key. You can activate later. You can buy the key on g2a.com. $13, $14, guys. Do not buy $200 worth of Microsoft products. You really just need to go G2A, buy the key, put the key in, and off you go from there. What I like to do is I like to delete everything I see here. So there's only one drive left in the end. Delete, 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 and you go next. And that will start installing Windows. Once Windows is installed, we're going to start doing other things. So in the meantime, while that's installing, guys, I've been quite busy. In case you guys wanted to know, we've been just collecting parts. It's been a busy couple of weeks, guys. I've ended up getting a lot of stock. We've got about $3,500, $4,000 worth of stock, but it's going to build a lot of systems. So you guys are going to be in for a treat when it comes to building my systems. I'll show you a bit of my inventory. Let me just there's some of my inventory. You can see all the RAM I've got there, extra RGBs, some water cooling, all the video cards that I've got over here. These are all the video cards. All the coolers are up there. And we've got a couple of motherboards. We've got more video cards down the bottom, as well as some AMD CPUs. We've got a lot of cases, guys. These are a lot of cases. These are all the cases that I've stocked up on. So it's going to be a busy couple of weeks, guys. This was the whole point of more cases here. This was the whole point of, not making a video in the last couple of weeks. It was obviously as many parts as possible, so I don't have to look for parts anymore within, in the next week or so. I could just concentrate on building and advertising and then flipping those computers. But the average build, I'd say, the average build with the parts that I've got is probably anywhere between $250 to $350. I try and not exceed $350 builds. You don't want to be paying more than $350 if you're going to be building it, programming it, and then, advertising it, because you got to factor in the time that it takes to source the parts, picking them up, making sure they work. I've been stooged a couple of times. That's the thing with Marketplace. If they, you pay somebody into their account and they post it, but they never post it, even though they've got, great scores and reviews on Facebook Marketplace, you can't really do much. I mean, you're not going to obviously go into state for, $150. You call the police and they're not going to waste their time to chase somebody up for $150. So you just, I don't know. My advice to you guys is try and get some sort of ID, which is what I'm doing now. I ask them to send me a copy of their license. They can black out the license, something that's fine. As long as it's got a picture and, their address and their mobile number, then for me, that's enough. At least I can, report it to the police with all these details, show them messages. I save messages now. So if I do get stooged, then I can just, show the police, here's the messages, here's the payment that I've paid him, this is his ID, and I never received the product. But apart from that, it's been pretty cool. I've had a lot of honest people send me products. even people paying for computers before they receive them. And I've posted the computers, and again, I've never had any problems at all. So as you can see now, Windows is complete. So that's going to boot up into the second part of installation now. It'll just, start services. It'll ask you, some questions about, location services and everything like that. You just click yes, 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 yes. And once you get into Windows, do your Windows updates. Make sure you do your updates first before you install any drivers. For drivers, guys, I highly recommend CC Cleaner. It costs like $7 to get a key. And with CC Cleaner, basically what it does, everything in your system is running to its best capability. So it, disables things at startup that doesn't need to be run. It also has the latest driver updates. So you go to scan drivers, it'll go through every part of your computer and find the latest driver for that component. And it automatically installs it for you. It's got registry cleaner. It's got all the things that, rather than you doing it manually, this is one click. You click, it scans your drivers, even scans your apps. So if your apps are outdated, it'll tell you that there's a new update, and you just basically got to click update and it's done. It's a lifesaver for me. I mean, for $7, every time I build a computer, I literally just install it for the customer. I give them my key. It doesn't have a limit on keys apparently, because I've done it on over 25 machines and it's never told me I've exceeded. But as soon as your updates are done, your drivers are done, you do a few tweaks. So you make sure that your power plan is set to max performance rather than balance. You want to make sure that your CPU and your memory is running at full speed rather than being throttled by your power supply. You want to do your NVIDIA GeForce driver settings. So you want to go to performance. You want to disable VSync. You want to turn on max power performance in your NVIDIA GeForce. And once you've done all that, you've got the Chris Titus tool. So you go to Chris Titus tool on Google, click on his website, copy his command down the bottom that you'll see on the main page of his website. Once you copy that, you open up PowerShell as admin, paste it, and it'll show you all the tweaks. Select the tweaks that you want and what you want disabled, and click run tweaks, and you're done. Your system is basically completely tweaked, ready for games, and it's debloated. It debloats the shit out of Windows. But enough of me talking, let's finish this off. Okay, so it's asking me if the region is correct. Yes, I'm in Australia. Keyboard layout, I like to go US, because you choose the United Kingdom and you press shift #2 for @ it gives you another emblem. So US is the way to go when it comes to keyboard layouts. Okay, so that looks like it's complete. It didn't ask me about location services and stuff like that. I'm thinking that's going to come up now. Just doing a restart, so make sure the keyboard is up. I like it when the keyboard is facing up because of my wrist. I've got a bad wrist, guys. I'm waiting for surgery. It's going to be funny to see how I'm going to be able to build computers once I have my wrist surgery. I'm getting a total wrist fusion, guys, so my wrist is no good. Okay, here it comes. This is a section I'm telling you about. We'll tell you about location services and all that other sort of shite. Choose privacy settings. I turn all this shite off except for location. And we are in Windows. Perfect. Okay. While this is installing this part, I'm going to install CC Cleaner. And I'm going to do the drivers via CC Cleaner, obviously, as I explained to you guys. Now, to download CC Cleaner, you just open up your browser, go to Google, can't see, Google, and type in CC Cleaner. Okay, go to the first one. So as you can see here with CC Cleaner, it is currently checking for all the updates for the drivers, and have a look at that. That is what it's picked up. It's picked up all these drivers need updating. So let's get them updated. For me, this is a side hustle. It's hard to do this full time, guys. it'll drive you crazy. You know, you'll be sitting on your phone 24 hours a day trying to find parts. So I try and make this, you know, something in the afternoon and then build the computers in the AMs and do my normal stuff in the PMs. But apart from that, guys, that's pretty much it. That's where I've been. I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting the channel. I really want to get monetized. So, you know, like, comment, subscribe, you know, all the basics. Send it to your family, send it to your friends. I mean, I'm probably the first Australian that does a flip and bust.